Hi guys, Squirrel here and welcome to another Fernbus video. This is going to be the fourth and final Fernbus video in the kind of look at the Belgium map DLC, which comes out on the 20th of May 2021. This is a pre-release version. In the last few videos, just to quickly recap, we did a journey from Charleroi to Brussels. We went from Brussels to Ghent. In the last video, I went from Ghent to Antwerp, and in this one, we're going to go from Antwerp down to Brussels. Now, we'll probably take this route here. What I might do is come down this east side and try and come in that way, just to give us a bit more of a scenic view. In terms of the bus, we're in the MAN, what's it called? The MAN Lion City R62 is this one. I've put the Lion City livery on it. It's quite a nice bus. It doesn't kneel. It doesn't have a toilet on it. It doesn't have reading light access, but it does have, what do you call it, brake-o-matic, which is like a mini parking brake when you stop. Just put your throttle down, it'll drive away. And it's designed to do intercity work, which is pretty much what we're about to do. So let's jump on board and we'll get it set up. Let's have a quick look down the inside. It's tastefully decorated on the inside. Like I said, the lighting is what lets it down, the lighting rendering, but the actual bus itself is pretty good. So let's start her up. We shall open the window a little bit and pop the shade down because it's quite a sunny day. Let's get that door closed. So camera 1 brings us down to here, and this is where we see things like the Wi-Fi access, which is just there, so we'll put Wi-Fi clearance. That's not, can't click that, some kind of music CD thing. Driver monitor on, that's not clickable. Let's go to camera 2, which is this one. Nice clean dashboard. Would love to see these numbers a bit bigger personally on the MANs, but that's the way they designed them. Lots of aero display lights, as you can see here. And then camera 3 brings us over to this, which allows you to lift the bus up either in total or at the front and the back. The brake-o-matic says turn it off, turn it on. Particulate filter cleaning, can't think why you'd ever want that off. We'll put the side lights on and we'll go to camera 4, which is that one, and we'll turn the air conditioning on like that, and then we'll just bring the temperature up to 21, which seems to suit most passengers. Display destination can go on. Driver window is there. Driver light is here, which we don't need. Windscreen and mirror heating we don't need today because it's the middle of May, so it's pretty nice weather. And we need to drive over to the depots, have a quick look where we are. Zoom out. Crikey game, could you not start me where I am? Just start me in the middle of Germany. Okay. So we're going to come out of here, turn right, and then we'll head over to the pickup point, which is over here. I think last time we came in this way, so we've not seen that road yet. When we pick that up, we'll try and do that loop there before we leave, just to have a look and see what's over there. But other than that, I think we're ready to rock and roll. Work out how to get out of here. That way. So this is more your kind of typical bus size. It being an intercity, but it should be fairly quick. A bit quicker than an inner city type thing. We could actually do a loop before we pick the passengers up, but it makes a difference. We'll just go this way for now. It's a nice big open plaza there. People and mopeds around. Yikes. That's very close. Fuel station. Fuel should be fine. I keep seeing that little graffiti symbol, that woman's face. I keep seeing that. They've put that in various cities. So this is where we ended last video. This rather nice, whatever that is. Town hall or a station, I'm not sure. Let's park up there. We shall open the doors. No kneeling on this bus, so we'll just get off. Luggage compartments open. Okay, just the one big one by the look of it. Right, so Brussels, sounds good.
Guten Tag. Das Ticket, bitteschön. Sehr freundlich.
Looks good to me.
Mahlzeit. Mein Ticket. Dankeschön.
Servus, das Ticket. Bitteschön. Jetzt wäre ich fast in
Yeah,
den
you see?
falschen
You see, you shouldn't be here, should you, love?
Vielen Dank.
You know, you shouldn't be in this queue.
Grüezi. Mein Ticket. Danke.
Trying to sneak on.
Moin, fahren Sie in meine Richtung? Ach, Moment mal. Das ist ja gar nicht meine
The
Richtung.
same goes to you, sir, right?
Nein, das
Hopefully
geht
you're
nicht.
okay. That's 2 errors so
Sie
far.
wollen nicht fehlerfrei.
Moin, ich hoffe, ich bin hier da.
Grüezi. Ist das gültig? Danke sehr.
Okay, so everybody's on board, just the 2 incorrect ones. Actually, if we've been thinking about this, what we could have done, we could have done that loop there before I picked them all up, because we've always got a few minutes to spare, haven't we? I can't actually change this. What we need to do is remember when we come down here, so actually, instead of go right, to actually try and remember to take that road, just so that we can come in this way, because I've not seen it from this approach. I think we've seen most of everything else, but not that particular approach, so we'll jump on board. You see, there's always one. Do you remember when you were a kid and you'd run to the back of the bus? There was the person who always wanted to sit in the middle back seat just so they could, like, look down and spread their legs. Yes, you, sir. You're the guy that never grew up, aren't you? Okay, we've got our display on it. Bus is ready to go, I think, so we'll just click that and skip forward a few minutes. Close the doors now. Wow, those people are still stood there waiting for the bus. Glued to the floor. Still don't know what that is, you know. Very posh looking building. So there was on the camera one down here, there is a play announcement thing, which we'll click. Don't even know if you get bonus points for that anymore. You used to. And we're coming up on 10:08. So if I let go of the brake, there you go. If I let go of the brake, unlike the other buses, it doesn't start rolling forward because it has this brake-o-matic, as it calls it. You can see it's on a hold brake there, which is really, really handy. It means you don't have to keep putting the parking brake on every time you stop. You stop at the lights, you just let go of the brake, it stays where it is. Should be on every single bus, in my opinion. Just put the throttle down and off you go. Can we go straight over from here? That's the question. I think we can. Yeah, it's not a one-way, is it? Yeah, my car has a similar feature, except what you do is when you stop here, you kind of press the brake pedal a bit harder. And if you press it harder, it puts it on hold just like this. And it's fantastically useful when you get used to it. Oh, it's a 30 zone. It's horrendous. Even though we entered a 30 zone and the speedo down there says 50. Go figure that one. Just looks like a giant car park, doesn't it? Basically a massive car park in the middle, and then a whole load of, I don't know, shops and apartments maybe. Okay, nothing terribly exciting, but worth having a quick look. Just want to double check the route a second. Yeah, we could actually go left here. If we went left, which way would it take us? Can we turn that way? Trying to work out how you get back on this road if you go left. Do you kind of take a hard right or something? It's probably just a highway anyway, not particularly interesting, but I kind of wanted to see this bit. I tell you what, let's be adventurous. Let's take a left and see what the sat nav does. Hopefully, it won't say, "Yeah, you've got to go to Dusseldorf now." Otherwise, that will be a disaster. We'll try it. I'm trying to see as much of Belgium as I can so that you guys can see it. Because you know, you're seeing this for the first time, as am I. Come on, let's go. What's the horn key? There we go. Come on, get moving. Got passengers to move here. Let's see what the sat-nav thinks of this. Yeah, it's not updated. What a surprise. Oh, it has updated. It's basically telling me to turn around. World peace. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Answers on a postcard, please. I think I've gone the right way. It's trying to take me... I don't know which way. 1 second. Do need to have a look at this. Yep, that's what my fear was. That's what my fear was doing this, because it wants us to go like all the way up here and just to turn around because there's no way on that bit of road apparently. I'm guessing this goes under or over that. So I think we might have to do a cheeky thing. And abort that mission. Yeah, this has got a slightly bigger turning circle than I anticipate. Oh, I nearly made it as well, look. Nearly made it. Yeah, we're not going all the way north just to go that way, so we'll have to abort that mission. It's really frustrating that they haven't added the ability to add waypoints. If you could add waypoints, you can actually plan in advance the route that you want to take and see what works and what doesn't work. Those Vespas, or little motors, the scooter things, they always remind me of Italy. You go to Italy, you see so many people on them, and they go so quick, they're just blasting around on these little scooters. And they're like wasps, you know, they kind of buzz around all the cars. Like, they just don't care. What I find ironic about Italy is they make some really, like Ferrari, Lamborghini, they make some like crazy luxury cars. But I tell you, if you owned a car in Italy, there's no way you would ever want to afford one of those cars, like get one of those cars, because people are just... Whoa! Okay, that happened. People are just crazy. And you get your car scratched, like if you had a Lamborghini and tried to drive it around Italy, I swear, within a week it would just be scratched all over, because the amount of scooters that come down the side of you and park next to you, and people just like don't care. They'll knock your mirror off and just drive away. Crazy place. And they're just always doing this. Constantly. It's like a way of life. But yeah, if I lived in Italy, I'd just own a battered old car. Something I don't care about. No way would I own like a Ferrari or something crazy. Don't think we've been down there. Oh yeah, we might have just come up this way. Didn't recognise the construction bit. Is that skidding? Blimey. Does this thing not have any kind of ABS? Is that on green? I can't actually see where the green light is anymore. It's neatly hidden behind the mirror. There we go. Let's do that. Yeah, we're going to be late, I think, because that little detour. It's fine. You don't really lose any points anyway. It's weird they've not tried to add any kind of progression economy system to the game. There's no, like... I mean, just thinking of a basic gameplay like, say, Euro Truck, there's no driver progression. There's no sense of unlocking things and becoming more efficient at, I don't know, fuel usage or whatever. It's just nothing. There's just XP, which is basically a number. I mean, I think they have some Steam achievements, but... who knows? Maybe they're just focusing on the bus now. Just adding DLC for this to bring the money in to develop the bus. Just wondering how quick this bus is going to go, you know. Gets up to 60, okay, but I'm not sure what the top end is. Let's floor it and find out. Yeah, it's struggling to get to 70. It's actually quite a slow bus, really. Should probably move over, shouldn't I? Wow, you can actually see the, that's, what are they called? That molecule thing. It's down in Charleroi. You can actually see that from here. It's actually got up to 90, but it takes a long time to go from 70 to 90. So best to just get your speed up and then just cruise control it. One thing I don't get is why you can't adjust your cruise control in this game. If you look at the controller mapping, there's a mapping to turn cruise control on and off. And you can actually see on the wheel there, you see the plus and minus on the right hand side. Pretty certain that's the cruise control faster and slower thing. All those controls down there will be like cruise control. But there's no ability to map faster and slower. So you have to basically turn it off and then floor it, get to the speed you want, then turn it back on again. But you can't adjust it, it's weird. I need to remember when we get off, wait, is it this one? It might be this one, you know. Well, we don't go all the way to the right, we actually, yeah, it is this one. Yeah. We need to keep left as we get off this ramp here. So we'll go that way. Recalculated, that's good. And that should bring us in on the east side of Brussels. So I mean, we've driven through all 4 cities now, and I'd have to say, like, the mapping quality is, and bearing in mind, I'm taking in a spectrum of mapping quality here. I'm trying to think. Obviously, you've got your Euro Truck and your American Truck Sim. You've got things like your OMC down at the other scale, which is like a 10-year-old game, so it's kind of hard to judge the quality. But I know this is the Unreal Engine, and I've seen a fair number of Unreal Engine games. But my kind of thoughts are not so much with the map itself, they're more to do with the game and the rendering, I think. The actual cities themselves... Charleroi okay. Brussels is big and boring. Ghent is really nice. And then Antwerp, that we just came out of, is very urban, but still pretty decent. There's nothing spectacular in any of the mapping here. There's nothing that makes you go, oh wow, that's so cool. There's a few little buildings that like, woo, but it's okay. I guess my problem is like the price tag for what you get is I don't think, you know, I said it in the last video, wait for a Steam sale. Like 10 euros for 4 cities is not good value. Like they might badge it as Belgium, but Belgium's small and they've only done 4 cities, so it's not brilliant value for money, I don't think. 50% off, yeah. 5 euros, that's a fair price. I like the statues though, they're pretty good. Glad we came in this way, haven't seen that bit. Also, we're going to get to drive past the European, is that the EU headquarters? Something like that? In Brussels? Probably. Get to drive past that. And look at the terrible quality on the flags. You see that? The flags are like fixed in position and really jagged. So, this is what I'm saying, like the quality of the mapping is not as good as SCS, I would say. It's okay, but it's not brilliant. Having said that, there's plenty of places to drive now. If you've got all the map DLC, there's a lot of places to drive. I just wish they'd kind of push the gameplay on a bit. I wish they'd push the rendering out. The rendering is, in particular, needs sorting out. It's too kind of bloomy. But the gameplay just needs to move on a bit. And the controller mapping is still the same in this game as all the other ones they've done. It's very kind of clunky and not very pretty to look at. You know? It's like something you develop when you... It's like, it's an interface. The control interface is like something that you do when you're developing the game with the full intention of polishing it later. But then they just released it and didn't polish it. It's weird. Well, you get a good choice of buses now, which is nice. The only problem is you have to pay for them all. Like, you don't buy the game. Like, say you're a truck, you buy the game and you have a whole load of trucks in there for free. They don't charge for the trucks. Whereas with this, you have to buy the different vehicle packs. Anyway, that's just my thoughts on it all. I'd be interested to hear what you think about it. The business model that TML has is very different to SCS. I will say that. It's very DLC heavy. A bit like, say, Dovetail. I think SCS has a good approach. They give you the basic game, they keep updating the game, and then they add trucks for free, and then they make the money from the maps. But even, you know, in ETS and ATS, even there you see a creaking gameplay that needs modernizing, more stuff adding to it, because it's okay for new players, there's so much to see and do, but when you've been playing it for a long time, it, you know, gets a bit stale. There's nothing to do. And I think that's the problem these games have with longevity. So the natural answer is to just release a new version of the game. Whereas SCS don't do that. Stay in this lane. Actually, Brussels is growing on me. This main plaza bit, I quite like. There's the openness of this. I quite like this. It just seems to be full of high-rise, but then maybe Brussels is. I think I should have gone on the left lane, to be honest. Might have to jump over. A lot of the signage is very difficult to read, though. Until you get really close to it. Like that sign there, that blue sign. Until you get close, it's not really visually clear. That blue sign there, what does that say? It's got an arrow. It's like rendering stuff that needs sorting out. I still don't feel like we have a bus simulator for what I would consider to be for the 2020s, you know? Like a bus simulator that takes advantage of modern power. The power in a desktop PC, a gaming PC, is stonking. And I don't feel like we have a bus sim that properly taps into that. move over to this lane, maybe. Probably regret that. Sometimes they have these, like in Europe, they make a left lane, turn left. But in this case, it's 2 lanes forward, so we're okay. I think we're going over there in a very roundabout fashion. So we're almost there anyway. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the kind of tour of Belgium, at least giving you a view of what it's like, whether it's worth buying or not. I think there's a Steam sale predicted to be in June, I think, is the next one. I reckon it's a bit early for this one to be on sale. But the other stuff might be, if you want to pick up some more buses or the rest of the map in Europe and wait for this one to go on sale. Alright, neutral, parking brake. Grab the doors. There you go, peeps. Teleport your bags. Well done. It's amazing the way they do that. So yeah, let's have a look at how we perform. Right, let's see how we did. Economy looks good. Service, not on time again, but you know, I am detouring, so whatever. Missing passengers, none. It's hard to miss passengers when you're just doing point-to-point shuttle anyway. All the points in there, of course. Driving behaviour, safety distance broken twice. I don't know what you're talking about, Governor. But yeah, another load of XP. 309 XP for that. Total almost 20,000, which isn't very much, to be honest. But yeah, that's the route finished. Right, guys, that is it for the 4th and final part of our look at Belgium DLC. Out on the 20th of May on Steam for Fernbus. Hopefully this set of videos at least has given you a good idea about whether you want to go ahead and buy it or not. I would be interested to hear your thoughts on it, and also if there's anything that you want me to have a look at. Is there any bus sim or bus DLC, could be this bus sim or some other, that you want me specifically to look at? If so, leave me a comment and let me know. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the videos, and until the next one, guys, take care and happy busing.